Hey everyone, so if college feels out of reach right now, whether it's the cost, the time, or just not knowing where to start, this might give you a real path forward, because while most degrees still come with sky-high price tags, there are a few legitimate options that don't. They're accredited, flexible, and in some cases, even tuition-free. So in this video, I'll walk you through the ones that are worth considering, including the one I would personally choose if I were starting today. And the first school I dug into is University of the People, and if affordability is the make-or-break factor for you, this one really does stand out. It's nonprofit, fully online, and technically tuition-free, meaning you don't pay for the classes themselves. There are some small fees, which I'll explain in a second, but overall, the cost is lower than almost anywhere else. And what I like is how open it is. Students come from all over the world, more than 150,000 of them from over 200 countries, and a lot are people who wouldn't normally get a shot at college. Like, over 18,000 are refugees, and more than 4,000 are Afghan women who would never have access to higher education otherwise. Like, that's the kind of person this school was built for. And it's not just for show. The degrees are accredited, they're recognized by employers, and you can study from anywhere. If you've been shut out of college because of money, location, or life circumstances, this is one of the few setups designed to work around that. So here's how they keep the cost so low, and it's not what you'd expect. The whole thing runs on donations and volunteers, like faculty, deans, even the university president. Almost none are taking a salary. People around the world donate their time to keep it running. That's why the actual courses don't cost anything. Everything is online and flexible, no required live classes, and you can move at your own pace. So if you're working or juggling responsibilities, it's designed to fit around your life. They offer associate's, bachelor's, and master's degrees in fields like business, computer science, education, and health science. And they focus on practical results, not just checking boxes. Graduates have landed jobs at places like Amazon, Microsoft, the UN, the World Bank. So this is not a traditional setup. No campus, no lecture halls, no extra fluff, just a system that helps you get the degree while keeping costs as low as possible. Now, about those fees. So the classes totally free, but the exams aren't. There's a one-time non-refundable application fee of $60, and after that, you pay per course when you take the final exam. So for undergrad programs, it's $160 per course. For graduate programs, it's $400 for the master's in education and $450 for the MBA or master's in IT. If you finish the full degree, the total comes around $3260 for an associate's, about $6460 for a bachelor's, and roughly $5460 for the MBA or IT master's. And that's the whole degree. That's not per year. Now, this isn't FAFSA eligible, so you won't get federal or state aid, but the school does offer grants and scholarships through corporate and foundation sponsors, and those can help cover exam fees if you qualify. So yeah, no hidden tuition, no books to buy, no campus overhead, just the one-time application and the exam fees. And even if you pay full price, the total is less than like a single semester at most other accredited schools. And if you're thinking about checking out University of the People, there's a link in the description and down in the comments. And we usually have better deals or offers there than you'd find by going straight to their site, so it's worth taking a look. Now let's go to other schools worth knowing about if you're hunting for low-cost degrees, because each of them have their own twists. Now, one is WGU, Western Governors University, and what's interesting here is the faster you go, the less you pay. So instead of charging per class, they charge a flat rate every 6 months. So if you can move quickly and finish a lot in one term, you'll save money. Most of their programs average out to around $8,300 a year. So each 6-month term runs between $37,000 and $5,000 depending on the program. That includes your materials, assessments, and direct support from the faculty. Plus, you can use FAFSA here, and they've got scholarships available. They even let you test drive a couple of courses for $99, and if you enroll, they'll refund it. So it's a great setup if you've got the time and motivation to move fast. But if you got a lot on your plate, you might just end up paying while the clock runs. Another one I want to talk about is Berea College, and this one's different because it's not actually online. It's a small on-campus school in Kentucky, but it is incredibly generous if you qualify. Students pay no tuition at all. Most don't even pay for housing or meals. Look, the trade-off is you're expected to work a campus job, usually around 10 hours a week, to help run the place. Dining hall, admin offices, maintenance, that kind of thing. The work offsets the cost of your education, and it is actually tracked. You get a labor transcript alongside your academic one. Last year, nearly 80% of first-year students paid nothing for room and board. The rest paid around $2,000, and on top of that, they'll give you a free laptop, textbook credits, professional clothing, and even relocation help after graduation. The catch is, it is very specific. You need to live on campus, get accepted, and most students come from that Appalachian region. So if you're outside that, or you need to learn remote, it's not really an option. So here's how I see it. WGU and Berea are great, strong are both strong choices depending on your situation. WGU is perfect if you're self-motivated and can push through quickly. Berea is amazing if you qualify and can move there. But if what you need is flexible, affordable, and accessible from anywhere, University of the People is the simplest. It doesn't matter where you live, how much you earn, or whether you can get financial aid. You don't need loans. You don't need to uproot your whole life. You don't even need to study full time. You just need the ability to work through it on your own schedule. If school has always felt out of reach, this might be the first program that really fits. Hopefully this gives you a clear picture of what's out there and maybe even a way back into school that finally feels doable. And if University of the People sounds like it might be a fit, check out the link in the description because, like I mentioned earlier, we usually get better offers or discounts there than what you'd see on their main site. Also, if you're interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description below. And if you got questions, leave them in the comments. I love hearing from you guys, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.